Hey guys, welcome back to what is quickly becoming a never-ending series. Aeons and second edition. I'm trying to complete the starter box. This is the last guy I got left. Crooked Mask on expert difficulty, and this will be my 12th attempt to try to take him out. So I'm keeping Brahma and Mist. I really like their combination of special abilities. Mist gives Brahma additional cards. Brahma can heal both players. So that is how I'm kind of mitigating the corruption cards that never end because they reduce your hand size and they do damage to you. And then I'm using focusing orbs to try to heal Greyfold. Swapped out my store a little bit. I swapped rubies for gems or jades in this game. 2 costs, gain 2 aether. Sifter's Pearl, 3 costs, gain 2 aether. It allows you to reveal the top card of your deck and discard if you choose. Burning Opal, 5 cost, 3 aether. You can discard a card in your hand to allow your ally to draw a card. Focusing Orb, 4 cost, focus any player's breach. You may destroy this to gain 3 life to Greyfold. This is the only way to heal Greyfold. Mage's Talisman, it's just one of my favorite cards. 5 cost, gain 1 charge to you and your ally. I actually think I might swap this out for something. I'm just not sure what, because I haven't really been using it lately. And then I swapped out Spectral Echo for Phoenix Flame. It's 3 costs, deal 2 damage. You may pay 1 charge to deal an additional 2 damage. So it effectively is a 2 damage, 3 cost spell, but you can choose to pay an additional 2 to make it a 4 damage spell. Lava Tundra, 4 cost, 3 damage spell, so it's the only 3 damage, 4 cost spell, except for Amplify Vision when you max out your breaches. And it allows you to also gain an additional 1 damage if you choose not to use it while prepped. Feral Lightning is a 5 cost, 3 damage spell that you can prep to unprep breaches. And then Arcane Nexus is a 7 cost, 4 damage spell that allows you to double cast gems, which will help with hand size. Hey, no bark. No bark. It's okay. My dog likes to hunt houseflies, and I currently have the back door open so they can go in and out, so houseflies keep coming in. So if you hear him in the background, that's what that is. All right. We're going to start with Brahma. We're going to prep Buried Light, and she has 4 aether, and she will buy 2 jades. It's okay, boy. Same thing with Mist. She's going to prep Spark, and she's going to pay 4 for 2 jades. No bark. It's okay. All right, Brahma's going to go next. She's going to cast Buried Light, deal 1 damage to Crooked Mask. Brings him to 69. And she's going to pay 4, I'm sorry, 1 from the Buried Light to open her second breach and prep 2 sparks. Guys, calm down. It's okay. Nemesis gets to go. Let me draw the Corruptor. I hate this guy. He does 1 damage to Greyfold every activation. Every time you damage him, you gain a corruption card. Hold on, I'm going to pause. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. I had to hunt down that fly real quick. He was losing his mind. Okay, so Corruptor just came out. And draw another card. So Mist gets to go. She's going to cast Spark, deal 1 damage to Crooked Mask, and then pay 3 to open her second breach, and prep 2 sparks. And Nemesis goes again. So that's 1 damage to Greyfold from the Corruptor, and we draw Bleed Static. Power 3, player with the most prep spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prep spells. Okay, Brahma is first. She's going to cast 2 sparks, dealing 2 damage to Crooked Mask. And then she generates 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 Aether, and she will buy an Arcane Nexus. Corruptor goes, does 1 damage to Gravehold, take 1 token off Bleed Static, and we draw Haze Spewer. Haze Spewer has 5 life, does damage equal to its current life to Gravehold, and then suffers 1 damage. Unfortunately, double activation. Okay, that's 1 to Gravehold. From Corruptor, Bleed Static, loses a token, and then Haze Spewer does 5 damage to Gravehold, dropping it to 22. Leaving him with 4 life. And then we draw a card. Burden. Players collectively gain 2 corruptions. 1, 2. And then any player focuses a breach. We will focus Brahma's 4th. Okay, we do get missed. She's going to cast both sparks on the Haze Spewer, dropping him to 2 life. And then she generates 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And she'll buy an Arcane Nexus. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. I do think this start is slightly better at getting me the Arcane Nexus. So they both got 2 Jades, and then they both got an Arcane Nexus. So that's I like that. Lust for Power. Take 1 damage, gain 1 charge. Drops her to 9. I will give that to Brahma because I want her to have much charges. Okay, she will then prep Spark, and then for 3, she will buy Sifter's Pearl? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right, Brahma is going to prep Buried Light, and then she has 4 Aether to buy a Lava Tendril. So this did just occur to me that it actually wouldn't be the worst strategy in the world to buy all those Jades and Sifter's Pearls to kind of make my decks really big so that the corruption cards don't come up super often, while also allowing me to discard them. Maybe that's the way to go, is I actually want my decks to be bigger. So lots of Jades, lots of Sifter's Pearls, throw those Phoenix Flames in there too. So maybe I want to be going with cheaper cards. I don't know, it's a thought. Would kind of mitigate some of the corruption. Like that one that makes you take 3 extra corruption cards is just brutal. I mean, okay. So we do get Mist next. She's going to cast Spark for 1 on the Haze Spewer. She will then prep Arcane Nexus and Spark. And then she will double cast the Jade. And along with the Crystal, generates 5 Aether. I can grab a Feral Lightning, a Mage's Talisman, or a Burning Opal. She's going to grab a Feral Lightning. I want that damage output. Even though I really should be going for gems. Alright, and we do get Brahma. So she's going to cast Buried Light, killing the Haze Spewer. Oh, sorry, I got to do the corruption first. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Brings us to 20. You may look at the top card of your deck and destroy it. I do not want to do that, and I will give that to Mist. Okay, so that still works the same. Buried Light generates 1 Aether. I will prep Arcane Nexus. That's it. I will hold on to these 2 sparks. That does allow me to double prep, double cast the Jade. And I'll buy 2 more Jades, I guess. Yeah. Okay, Nemesis goes, Corruptor does 1 damage, brings Gravehold down to 19. Bleed Static goes off. It's going to do 4 damage to Mist. Unleash twice and Gravehold suffers 3 damage. I don't want to do that. Or place the most recently discarded minion back in play, which is Hayspear. I don't mind doing that because I have each of them has an Arcane Nexus. I just have to hope it's not one of them goes first and not the Nemesis again. Okay, Brahma, good. So we're going to cast Arcane Nexus. That's going to do 4 damage to Hayspear, brings him to 1. We then prep both sparks, and I generate 4 Aether. Focusing Orb. Okay, now Nemesis goes, Corruptor and Hayspear both do 1 damage to Gravehold, drops us to 17. But the Hayspear gets destroyed. And then we draw. Player with the most crystals, and oh, that's late for that. So this would be Brahma, has 3 crystals. Discards all 3 crystals, suffers 3 damage, drops her to 7, and then may pick any card worth 4 or less. I'm going to take a second Focusing Orb. And then we get Mist. So Mist is going to cast Arcane Nexus. It's going to do 4 damage to the Corruptor, drops him to 2. She does gain a Corruption card from that. She'll then cast Spark for 1 on Crooked Mask. 65. Nothing to prep, but she has 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 power, and Citrus Pearl allows them each to discard, and she will buy another Arcane Nexus. Feeling pretty decent. Wish I had more. Oh, I got more gems, but I feel pretty good about my spells. 3 Arcane Nexuses, and 1 Feral Lightning, and 1 Lava Tendril. So she has 2 Arcane Nexuses. She has 1 Arcane with a Lava Tendril and Feral Lightning. So, oh no, misses the Feral Lightning. Oh, all right. So Corruptor does 1 damage to Gravehold. And we pull out the Venomite. 9 life, does 2 damage to the player with the lowest life unless you sacrifice. Double activation. Okay, so that's 1 damage to Gravehold. Venomite is going to do 2 damage to Mist. Drops her down to 3. So that's not good. And we get Pulverizing Ray. Power 1. Gravehold takes 18 damage, which would destroy it. Unless you discard cards. And this is actually a really tough card for Crooked Mask, because like if that were to activate right now, I could only prevent 9, half the damage. So anyway, so we get Mist next. She's going to prep Spark and Feral Lightning. And then she has 3 Aether remaining, and she will buy Citrus Pearl. Once her turn, we get Brahma. Suffer 1 damage, gain 1 charge. Cast 2 Sparks on the Venomite. Drops from the 7, and we'll prep Lava Tendril. 7 ether. Okay, she gets to go again. We will cast Lava Tendril, do 3 damage, 2 Venomite, drops him to 4. Prep Buried Light, and this generates 7 Aether by Arcane Nexus. And we get Mist. Gravehold suffers 2 damage, brings it down to 13. Milk at top card of your deck. Spark, you may destroy. Will. The Feral Lightning and Spark is worth 4 damage. That's enough to kill the Venomite. So we will do so. I will then prep Arcane Nexus and Spark. Arcane Nexus allows me to double cast the Jade plus the Crystal. So that's 5, and I will buy a Feral Lightning. Another Arcane Nexus. That's going pretty good. That's going pretty good. Yeah. Not too shabby. I don't like the life on Gravehold or Mist, but definitely getting my damage output up there, even though I haven't done anything Crooked Mask yet. I like seeing 3 Arcane Nexuses on the board at the same time. I got another one right here too. So that makes me feel decent. Still need to get some charge generation. Got to get her ability up. So we'll see. Okay. We're going to start with Buried Light. It's going to do 1 damage to Crooked Mask. Drops from 64. Generates 1 Aether. We will prep Arcane Nexus. And actually, we will use Focusing Orb. Open that 4th breach. And we'll prep Arcane Nexus there. That will double cast the Jade. So that's 4 Aether, 5, 6, 7. Because of the Buried Light. And buy the last Arcane Nexus. Because it's the best spell I got. So I got all 5 of them. Why not? Okay, Nemesis is going to go. Corruptor does 1 damage. That means Pulverizing Ray activates. So I can discard these 4 crystals and these 2. And that prevents 100% of the damage from Pulverizing Ray. So that's awesome. Then we get Dispel. Unleash twice. Okay. Player with the most prep spells, which is Mist, discards their most expensive prep spell. So that gets rid of that Arcane Nexus. So that's unfortunate. I guess I'm supposed to do that after. We'll just put that on the side for a second. Fat decks. Yeah, I think I like the idea of making these decks just so fat that it doesn't even matter. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we get Mist, suffer 1 damage, deal 2. That'll kill the Corruptor. I'm going to move that to Brahma. I'm still going to gain a corruption from that. I don't think that's probably... You probably don't have to if you're killing it using Fever of War, but I'm going to keep it. Makes it harder. Okay, and then I get to cast Spark for 1 on Crooked Mask. I get to prep Arcane Nexus and double cast the Jade. For Focusing Orb, I guess. I don't like that. Nemesis gets to go. Nothing on the board, at least. Twisting Madness, power 2. Grateful gains 3 life. Crooked Mask gains 13. Discard 4 cards in hand to draw 1 card to eliminate. So you get missed next. That sucks. That really sucks. Damn. Okay. So for 1 damage, turn any card that costs 0 to your hand. Spark. Suffer 2 damage. That's going to exhaust her, which unfortunately discards my Arcane Nexus. And oh, I get to choose the breach. I destroy, right? I'll just destroy the second one then. Also does 2 damage to Gravehold because of the overkill. No, I don't think it does. Let me look that up. If I have 1 life and I take 2 damage, does it damage Gravehold as well from the excess damage? I don't think it does. I think it's just after it's exhausted. I've been playing that wrong. Yeah, it doesn't take the damage yet. I've been playing that wrong. So that's actually to my advantage. So she takes 2 damage, destroy the second breach, loses all of her charges. But she gains a Jade directly into her hand. Okay. I still get to cast Arcane Nexus for 4. That will bring Crooked Mask down to 59. So that's something. I can then prep a single Spark. And I generate 4/5 Aether. Plus Sifter's Pearl allows them to reveal. So with 5 Aether, I mean, it doesn't really make sense to buy Mage's Talent. I could buy Feral Lightning, I guess. Or I could get 2 charge. No, I'll just get the Feral Lightning. That's fine. She's going to need it. Okay. And then we get Brahma. She's going to cast Arcane Nexus for 5. Drops Crooked to 54. And she's going to use Focusing Orb. Oof. Miss 3rd breach, I guess. Feeling like I got pretty lucky with the corruption cards. Nemesis. Twisting Madness loses a power token. And Lay Waste. Unleash twice. Any player suffers 2 damage. So Brahma is reduced to 4. This is what kills me. It's the shuffling. It's too random. That's really not how this game is supposed to be played. I hope there aren't very many. I'm hoping that Crooked Mask is essentially the only nemesis that forces you to shuffle your discard into your deck, because it kind of ruins a lot of the fun of setting up nice 5-card hands that you know are going to come up over and over again, which is a lot of the fun of this game for me. Brahma, nothing prepped. Focusing Orb will focus. Miss 3rd breach, and we generate 5 Aether. Man, that's tough. I gotta go for charges though. At this point, I want Feral Lightnings. I want Burning Opals. I want Mage's Talismans. I need charges. I probably should have gone for charges a little bit earlier. Nemesis. Twisting Madness is going to activate. That's unfortunate. Gravehold gains 3 life. Goes up to 15. Crooked Mask gains 13, which brings him to 67. Almost full life. While I'm at half. So that's not good. Discard the top 2 cards of the Nemesis deck. Tier 2. Tier 3. Gather Darkness. So Gravehold then takes 4 damage. Brings us back down to 11. And we're now in tier 3 cards. So not winning this game. Ugh. Missed. Gonna cast Spark for 1. Yeah, I still don't have anywhere near the damage output I should have. Feral Lightning, prepped on 4. Spark on 1. And she generates 4 Aether for 2 charges. I need one of those like infinite turn setups. She's going to go again. Feral Lightning and Spark combine for 4 damage. Drops Crooked to 62. And that is 2 Sifters. Focusing Orb she will use to open her 3rd breach. And then we generate 6, 7 Aether with 2 Sifter's Pearls. So with 7, there's nothing much I can really do. So I will just generate 3 charges and use my ability, allowing Brahma to draw 4 cards. Yeah, 3 corruptions. So that probably just lost me the game. All right, Brahma has 5 corruption cards. Yeah, I lost the game. Man, I don't know how to play this guy. I really don't. I made it all the way to tier 3, and he has 62 life. And Gravehold's low, and both my mages are dead. Suffer 1 damage, suffer 1 damage. Gain 3 corruption cards, suffer 2 damage. Oh, gain 2, okay. Gain 2 life, I forgot about that one. Okay. So maybe I didn't die. Still. Okay. Gravehold takes 3. You're allowed to resolve corruption cards in any order you choose. That brings me down to 2. Or, 8 life. I heal 2. Brings me up to 6. Suffer 1 damage, gain 1 charge. Okay. Gain a spell from any supply pile. Feral. Gain 3 corruptions. 1, 2, 3. Suffer 1. Deal 2. Suffer 2. Gain a Sifter's Pearl. Okay. Craziness. Alright. Then get to... So I didn't die. So then I get to prep 2 Arcane Nexuses. I'll double cast each of the Jade and the Sifter's Pearl. So Sifter's Pearl ability. Cancel. Cancel. So that's good. Actually, I'll just triple cast the Sifter's Pearl. I don't need the Jade. Yeah. Alright. So that's using it again with the Arcane Nexus, using it again with the Arcane Nexus. So that's 6 Aether, 8 Aether, 9. I will use all of that on charges. So 2 allows me to heal 4. And it was 9 total, right? So yeah, so I still have 3 charges in there after that heal. So Arcane Nexus, Sifter's Pearls, absolutely required for Crooked Mask. I think Feral Lightning is also a requirement, if I'm being honest. Still ended up with a corruption card, even with all those discards. craziness. Oh, what? But I do feel like I'm honing in. Those Sifter's Pearls are really making a big difference. The Arcane Nexuses made a big difference. So I like that Jade letting me get those Arcane Nexuses early, and then the Arcane Nexuses help me get the other Arcane Nexuses, because they effectively act as gems and are letting me get more activations out of my Sifter's Pearls. I would still like to buy the remainder of those Sifter's Pearls because they're just so useful. Okay, we do get Mist. She'll prep Feral Lightning and Arcane Nexus, and then she generates 2/4 Aether. I don't need to use this to cast anything just yet. So with that 4, she'll buy 2 charges. Could this be the one? Could I actually... Yeah, another Feral Lightning, another Arcane Nexus. Oh, I'm sorry, I get 3 because I get to double cast that Jade. So, 3 charges. So that's nice. Nemesis goes next, nothing on the board. Afflict. 2 different players each gain 2 corruptions and place them on top of their decks. Each of those players then gains 1 life. That's a game ender. That's a loss. Because there's no corruptions left, and that sends out 4. That does 8 damage instead to Gravehold, which is exactly how much I have. So, if I had been able to sacrifice this Focusing Orb, I would have survived that, but that is currently a game ender. Which is really unfortunate because that's 9 damage, that's 8. So that's 17 damage on deck, which isn't phenomenal, but it is decent. I don't know, guys. What do you think? This was attempt number 13. Is that right? 11, 12? Yeah, 13. Still didn't work out for me. Miss ability actually hurt me. Didn't even help. I love this store. I definitely think that's the way to go. The Jades helped me get the Arcane Nexuses, which helped me get the Arcane Nexuses, which allowed me to buy Feral Lightnings. I didn't use the Phoenix Flame. I didn't really use Lava Tendrils at all. So, like, I would be fine swapping maybe Lava Tendril for Amplify Vision or something like that, but I didn't even use them. I only used 1 the whole game. I would have liked to have grabbed more Sifter's Pearls and maybe like a couple Mage's Talismans. Otherwise, I feel pretty good. I do think I want to get cheaper cards. So maybe swap out Mage's Talisman for... Are any of the relics any good? Blasting Staff, maybe? I don't know. No. Flexing Dagger. Alright, I'll try that. Because I didn't get a single one of these, right? So I will swap that out for Flexing Dagger. That way, I have a cheap way to open up all my breaches. So that combined with the Focusing Orb should help me to get my breaches open. But otherwise, I kind of want to swap Mist out for somebody. I'm going to swap out Mist for Zaxos. That's what I'm going to do. Because he has the ability to reorganize the deck and charge up Brahma's ability to really keep them both healed. Because I always seem to get one of them exhausted. I just can't keep the healing up. Now, the other idea would be you could have Mist with Zaxos, because Mist's ability gives him more cards, and then he charges up her ability. So, like, you could potentially get just a ton of cards. You know, like a 13-card hand or something. But they have no healing ability at all. So, yeah, I'm going to swap her out for Zaxos. And then try that again. Anyway, that felt a lot better. It felt like I'm getting close, at least, to the formula to take on Crooked Mask. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. You guys are the best. Love you. Bye.